Hello friends, I'm Max. Today we're talking about something that many people experience but very few openly discuss. Professional failure. Not small mistakes. I mean the kind that shakes your identity, losing a major job, a business collapsing, a career setback after years of effort, a project failing publicly. Moments like these can feel devastating. Because when a big professional failure happens, it doesn't just affect your income, it affects how you see yourself. And that's where the real struggle begins. Today we'll explore the science of rebuilding your identity after failure and why some people recover stronger while others remain stuck for years when failure attacks identity. Many professionals build their identity around their career. I'm a successful manager. I'm a startup founder. I'm the top performer in my field. These identities feel stable. Until something goes wrong. A company downsizes, a business fails, a promotion never comes. Suddenly the story you told yourself about who you are starts collapsing. Psychologists call this identity disruption. When a core part of your life disappears, your brain experiences stress similar to loss. Your confidence drops. Your motivation disappears. You start asking painful questions. Who am I now? Why failure feels so personal? The brain connects achievements with self-worth. When success happens, your brain releases dopamine and reinforces the identity of being capable. But when failure occurs, especially public or high-stakes failure, the brain interprets it as a threat. Researchers in fields like neuroscience and psychology have found that social rejection and professional loss activate similar stress responses. That's why career failure can feel deeply personal. Your brain isn't just reacting to the event, it's reacting to the story you tell yourself about that event. The difference between collapse and reinvention. History is full of people who failed dramatically before succeeding later. One famous example is Steve Jobs. In 1985, he was removed from the company he helped build, Apple. For many people, that kind of public failure would end a career. But something interesting happened. Instead of defining himself by that loss, he rebuilt his identity. He founded new companies, developed new ideas, and eventually returned to lead Apple again. The lesson isn't about celebrity success. It's about identity flexibility. People who recover from major failure don't cling to a broken identity. They rebuild a new one. Step 1, separate identity from outcome. One of the most powerful psychological shifts is learning to separate who you are from what happened. Failure is an event. Identity is a story. If you define yourself by a single event, your identity becomes fragile. But if you see failure as feedback, your identity stays adaptable. Instead of saying, I am a failure, you say, that attempt failed. That small shift protects your confidence. Step 2, rebuild confidence through action. Confidence rarely returns through thinking. It returns through small actions. After a major setback, the brain needs evidence that you are still capable. That evidence comes from learning a new skill, completing small goals, contributing to meaningful work. Each action rebuilds the internal belief that progress is still possible. Step 3, rewrite the personal narrative. Humans understand life through stories. When failure happens, the story often becomes negative. I ruined everything. My career is over. I'm not capable. But resilient people rewrite the story. They frame failure as a turning point rather than an ending. Many successful entrepreneurs describe their biggest failures as the experiences that forced them to grow. The event stays the same. The interpretation changes. Step 4, reduce the fear of judgment. One of the biggest barriers to recovery is fear of what others think. But here's a psychological reality. Most people are too focused on their own lives to analyze yours deeply. The fear of judgment is usually larger than the actual judgment. Once you stop protecting your ego and start rebuilding your skills, progress accelerates. Growth begins when reputation stops controlling decisions. Step 5, focus on long-term identity. Your career is not a single moment. It's a long timeline. A failure that feels catastrophic today may look like a learning phase 5 years from now. Professionals who recover from setbacks often adopt a long-term identity. Instead of defining themselves by one job title or role, they define themselves by qualities like curiosity, resilience, adaptability, learning. Those qualities survive any career disruption. Max's personal reflection. I've seen people completely redefine their lives after professional failure. Some lost jobs they believed defined them. Some failed businesses they spent years building. At first, the loss felt overwhelming, but over time something interesting happened. Once the pressure of maintaining a perfect image disappeared, they started exploring new ideas, new skills, new opportunities, and often their second chapter was stronger than the first. Failure forced them to rebuild their identity from the ground up. And sometimes that rebuild creates something better. Final lessons. 1. Professional failure can damage identity, not just career progress. 2. Separating your identity from a single outcome protects your confidence. 3. Small actions rebuild competence and momentum. 4. Rewriting the story of failure helps transform it into growth. 5. Long-term thinking allows setbacks to become stepping stones instead of endings. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you never miss a story or a lesson from me, Max. Let's keep learning, growing, and evolving together.